The first step on the path of balance, which is the most direct path to enlightenment, is the idea of disengaging. Disengaging. And what disengagement means is your mind, and we're going to practice this, right? Your mind is like a train. It just keeps going. You ever count the cars on a train? They just keep going and going and going. That's your mind. It just keeps going and going and going. It's more than just a train of thought. It just keeps going. Sometimes you'll hum a tune to yourself, you'll sing to yourself. All these things going on in your head. These are unconscious ramblings that are happening all the time. The art of disengaging is something, well, you'll do it during your formal meditation sessions, but the real power of the art of disengaging is during the day, throughout the day, at all times during the day. And you don't have to be in an agitated mood. It helps if you're in an agitated mood to disengage, by all means. If you're with your kids and you're playing with your kids, you can disengage. You can disengage. I'll talk about the story. But essentially, disengaging means simply stopping right there. The next thought's over here, but I'm not going to that thought. I'm just disengaging. Do it right now. You can do it with your eyes open. You don't have to be meditating. It's like you're decoupling the train. You know, the way those trains are connected to each other. You're just pulling just letting it go. It's not me anymore. Stop. Now, this art of disengaging is really important because imagine the sky above you, dark clouds all around to all horizons, just dark, dark clouds. Disengaging is like poking a hole in the clouds and letting your light through. It's a moment of clarity, a moment of control, a moment of clarity, a moment of peace. You're just disengaging from whatever's coming next, and you're just being peaceful in that moment. Like poking a hole in the clouds and a little bit of light shines through. That makes sense? A moment of clarity. So I'll give you an example of when a moment of clarity came to me. So there's two things. These moments of clarity are going to come to you, and then you're going to learn how to create them yourself. So you got to do both. You got to recognize when it's happening, and you also have to learn how to create a moment of clarity for yourself whenever you want to. Okay. So I'm at the park with my kids. We have about a half a mile walk from my house. I have two grandsons, 5 years old, 7 years old. So I'm walking with them to the park. Oh gosh, get out of the middle of the street, get out of the street. This car's coming, stay to the side of the road. I'm outer focused. I'm outer focused. I'm on the kids. I'm responsible. They can't get run over. Then my wife will be upset at me. Nothing bad. I'm in charge, right? So I'm outer focused. We walk to the park. Everything they do. It's getting me all agitated. Don't do that. Stay in don't touch that, all that stuff. Anyway, we get to the park and now I'm watching them play. I'm sitting on the bench and I'm watching them play. Hey, be careful up there. Let him have a turn. Hey, great job, guys. I like the way you did that. What about the slide? I'm talking to them and I'm enjoying them playing. But again, outer focused, unconscious, unconscious. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there a couple of minutes into this, and this feeling of peace just came to me. And I said, wow, what a beautiful life I have to be able to watch my two beautiful grandchildren play. Just a moment of clarity. And you know what I did? I picked up my phone and started scrolling. Maybe I had a new email. Maybe I had a TikTok video I wanted to watch. What? I just killed my own moment of clarity. I had a moment of clarity. Has that ever happened to anybody? You're just, something's happening. Just a clarity. I see what's going on. I'm not lost in the verbal stuff. I'm not wordifying everything. I'm just enjoying whatever just happened, right? Okay, so you have this moment of clarity, then you kill it and you go back on the train of thoughts. The second item on the path to balance is learning to linger in the moment of clarity, the art of lingering. So I felt this, right? No, I said I ruined it, but of course it came back. I thought about it and I had another moment of clarity with my grandkids, but the art of lingering is essential because now I can say, wow, what a beautiful opportunity for me to be with my grandkids. Look how healthy they are. Look how healthy I feel. What a beautiful day. Look at this park. Look at the trees swaying in the wind. What a perfect day. What a beautiful park. What a beautiful world we live in. I'm lingering in it. I'm blissing out over this experience. So, using the analogy of the clouds, the moment of clarity is like poking a little hole and letting the light in. Lingering is like making it bigger, making the hole bigger. So now I'm letting more of my light in. I'm letting more of my inner world in, and I'm experiencing more. So if you learn the art of creating moments of clarity, the art of disengaging, you can poke more holes in the clouds. And then if you are learn the art of lingering, you can make the holes bigger and bigger and bigger until after a few days, a few weeks, a few months, this inner world, this clarity starts to become your default. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're not trying, everyone says, oh, meditation. Meditation is just a thing you do for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you do it. It's just a thing. Meditation isn't enlightenment. Enlightenment is being in these moments of clarity more and more and more, and then learning how to behave in those moments of clarity, right? So the goal is to linger, to bliss out in it. All right. Makes sense so far? That makes sense, right? You've experienced the moments of clarity, I'm sure. And you've also probably cut off your own moments of clarity just like because we have a habit, got to reach for the phone, got to do, we have our habits, right? So we just go back to the habit or, whatever. Sometimes I'll be watching television. I have a moment of clarity and I'll just put it on pause. This is why my wife can't watch television with me. I'll just put it on pause because I don't care what they're talking about. Something was going on in my head and I had a moment of clarity. I will pause and I'll just linger in it. I'll think through it, whatever the problem was, whatever this idea that I had, I'll just think through it. I'll just give myself peace and space to think through. Art of disengaging, the art of lingering. Now, when you linger, what I was just talking about was blissing out, right? I didn't quiet my mind, right? Okay, I felt this moment of clarity. I didn't quiet my mind. I just gave my mind a new train of thought, positive, optimistic, healthy, beautiful, blissful, inner world, peaceful, balanced, all good stuff, abundant. What a beautiful world we live in. Let me take a deep breath. Ah, what a beautiful breath. Yeah, just beautiful. I'm enjoying it, right? So that's one thing you can do when you linger. Another thing you can do is just stop. And this is generally what you might do during meditation, for example. You just realize, okay, I'm thinking I'm out of control here. You catch yourself, stop, and don't think about anything. Don't bliss out. Just stop completely. Stop completely. Just stop. And this is how you gain control of your unconscious rambling, right? It's a process. You do it over time. The third thing you can do, and this is really important to understand, you can bliss out. You can think of nothing. That's perfectly fine. But the other thing you can do is just focus on what you're doing. Like, for example, as an athlete, when they get a moment of clarity, it's called being in the flow. And you want to stay in that flow for as long as you possibly can. If I'm at work and I'm in a productive flow and I have a moment of clarity, I'm going to continue in my productive flow. Do you ever notice that you have 8 hours at work? You probably get everything you get done in about the 20 minutes of productive time. You get this 20, 30 minutes of productive time that accounts really for 90% of what you do. You want to learn to stay in the flow for as long as possible, whether it's work, whether it's sports, whether it's thinking through the idea that just came into your mind, just let it flow. Don't interrupt it. Just let it go. See where that goes down. Grab your journal. Just start writing. Just keep flowing and flowing and flowing. This is a really important skill. What I'm saying, the words I'm saying are so simple. The concept is so simple. This is a very highly enlightened teaching. Stop wordifying everything and learn to recognize the clarity. Learn to relax. Learn to milk the moment for as long as you can. Learn to make this your default because that's really the goal. Not to do it once, not to do it today or tomorrow, but to open that inner world all the time.